It's Clobberin time!
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger, ready to move out.
Clobberanimo!
Yeah, welcome back. We haven't been gone long, have we? We're back here again. What a great time I had earlier with the amazing J-Man. J-Man, brother, thanks for hanging out with me tonight, buddy. Had a fantastic time. We got to do it again soon. Thanks for all who hung out with us at our early show that we did tonight, which was just a comics review, Clobby's classic comics review show. Had a, excuse me. Let me do that one more time here. Let me mute it. I hope that got it cleared. Well, anyway, sorry, buddy. But J-Man, thanks a whole lot, bro. I really appreciate it, buddy. Had a great time hanging out with you and all of you out there. Yikes. Fun time. Reviewing DC Comics Presents number 29. And so show notes, well, no real show notes to do. Other than I'm trying to get the members stream finally scheduled. Let me take a look at the how the poll is going so far. Early evening seems to be the best. Just got to pick a day, I guess, huh? Oh, mid-afternoon's in the lead there. Wow, what do I know? Afternoon works for me if it works for you guys. But anyway, let me say some hellos, of course. Never fails. Only when you go on air does the throat start messing with you. Anyway, again, thanks again. Shout out to the great J-Man, buddy. I appreciate it, buddy, and thank you for being here. Again, the great Lord Thoth is here. Avon lives and long live the Legion, my friend. Good to see you there, bro. You guys hearing me okay? Is the sound all right? Because I don't know if I'm worried about my sound of late. If you just let me know how bad it is. You can be honest with me, level with me. I can take it. Polymes Minion. It's so wonderful to see you, my dear, and I hope the pepperoni is doing well. D. Bud Martin, buddy. Well, man of iron. Good to see you. Chris Persia, the vindicator of wrenches. Great to see you there, bro. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for all you do. And it's good to see you again, as always. Eric K., the Bronze Wrencher, is here. Hey, buddy, what's up, man? What is up with your cool vibes? Classic Comics. Hello there, my friend. Good to see you. Brian Hepburn. Hey there. Welcome. Good to see you. Maddie's daddy. Driving home and listening. What's up, Steve? Good to see you there, brother. Claude Minimusness is here. Minimus brought me some cool books today. Let's see here. Who else be's here? Who else be's here? Guagnar, what's up, buddy? Hey. And Gap After Dark, hello again there. Good to see you, my friend. And let's see. Did I get Brian Hepburn? I think I got you, but just in case, because you know my garbage memory. Well, thank you all for being here. Anyone else shows up, we will definitely say hello to them, of course, as accordingly. Damn it. Anyway. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. What it was, man, J-Man, that still freaks me out, that comicology crap. I know perhaps I shouldn't be surprised by it, but man, what is screwed up, dude? That's screwed. That's awful. Screw you, comicology. I'll never buy anything from you again. You're awful. And I don't care what anyone's religious convictions are. It's just why would you do something like that in a comic? Censor a comic. There wouldn't, there was no graphic violence to be censoring there. There was no, obviously no cursing or anything like that. Oh, Lord Thoughts being summoned. All right, buddy. Take care, man. Good to see you. Always great to have you there, buddy. But there's nothing censor-worthy there, other than the fact that some jackass doesn't like anything that, probably doesn't like anything religious that they don't like. Anyway, I mean, was it a DC editorial decision? I don't think so. Julia Schwartz edited the comic, jackass, not you. And Julie Schwartz had no problem putting it in the comic book. Don't even say the word God. Okay? So some dickhead was offended by the idea that may be God speaking to Superman and the Spectre. And I made a little picture here, maybe blurry. That's right, Guagnar. It's already gone to the censors. And again, Jay wouldn't not have known this if J-Man hadn't been reading his comicology crapicology version. Well, I was reading another one that was a scan from the original comic. For those who were wondering, earlier we reviewed this comic right here, DC Comics Produced 29 with the great J-Man, and there's a scene in the comic. Well, we already spoiled the hell out of it anyway. There's a scene in the comic where basically the Spectre and Superman are being addressed by this. I mean, without saying it, the implications of it is God, not a burning bush, but an energy being looking thing with God addressing them. And if you look at the comparison, the top part is from comicology with the blank spot right there. The original is at the bottom here. And there's the blue lettering words right there. God speaking to Superman and the Spectre. And what is the good one, Brian? What does God need with the Superman? Exactly. But what does comicology need with an eraser? Well, that's right. It's always been assumed that he's the wrath of God. The Spectre's the wrath of God. But in in 1981, in this DC comic edited by Julia Schwartz, written by the late great Lynn Wein, drawn by Romeo Tangal, by Jim Starlin and Romeo Tangal. What's wrong with me? And the late great Julia Schwartz, the editor, had no problem with this scene. Even though they don't say he's God, he calls him my son, he talks like God. Fine, he's God. Did they tell anyone how they have to believe about anything? When this was transcribed to comicology, why? What asshole did this. Julia Schwartz was no longer with us when this comic was put onto Comicology. Yeah, Comicology will be the first ones against the wall when the revolution comes. Wagner says, "I hate to see what they did to Volume 3 of the Spectre." Then, are you not referring to the Michael Fleischer, Jim Aparo Spectre books from Adventure Comics, or what are you? I don't know. Those are probably left alone. Again, this is not like hang on. This is not like they were worried about some violence. Oh, the Ostrander Mandrake issue. Well, they probably won't care. This is not, again, because this is not violent. This is not nothing sexual, nothing graphic. No, this is, there's lots of religion. Yeah, I'm sure. But what jerk off did this? And of course, who knows? Comicology probably doesn't even have the Ostrander Mandrake run, which I never cared for that much, but a lot of people liked it. I just wasn't the biggest Mandrake guy personally, but an Ostrander I've had some issues with. A giant rubber tuck meeting guy was just funny. Anyway. So, yeah. Why Comicology, you jerk off? And I bought stuff on there before and never will do it again. And they've ruined their site anyway. It's so awful, so terrible. Excuse me. Yeah, boy. That's awful, isn't it? Ugh, what is wrong with these people? Jerk offs. So, yeah. But it was interesting that, and the thing is, J-Man was reading it off there. He did not know about the way it was originally till he saw me post that earlier of the original way. It would be someone at Marvel or DC, actually, Brian. But yeah, I guess so. So maybe it was some idiot at DC. You're right. Maybe it wasn't Comicology. I don't know. Somebody had to make the decision. No problem, Brian. I know what you meant. Somebody had to make the decision. So, pretty dumbass crap, if you ask me. Well, anyway. But it was fun. We've got to think of what we're going to review next. Reviewing these short issues are a lot of fun like that. This one was just kind of out of the blue. Well, the one before this, the J-Man and I did, was Batman 321, I believe. Dreadful Birthday, Dear Joker. Then this one just kind of popped in there. Just some like these random, sort of like random comics from my fragmented memory of when I was a kid, the comics that I just liked, that I just threw out there for him. And it's so cool. J-Man's really enjoying reading Legion of Superheroes. He's got, I've created a Legionnaire. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, we'll think of something. But I like doing it like that. Doing it like a short issue or something, like a one issue type thingy. So, and he's, by the way, as he said as the outset of the show, he has a big collection that DC Comics presents. But yeah, it was totally crazy that censored that, J-Man, and I just don't get it, man. It's nuts, dude. It's crazy. But still had a good time. We'll think of something. I'll pick up. It's fun to do like a one-off issue like that. I like that idea of just doing it. It doesn't have to always be this big epic or something. Das Wolfen, hey there. Heading out. Just popped in. Okay. Well, I'm glad you popped in to say hello. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the night there, my friend. Take care. It's good to see you. Have a great night. Yes, Brian Hepburn. I am gonna do some. I'm not the biggest, as I believe I talked about the other day. Not the biggest Halloween guy, but I'm gonna this year, as I didn't do as much last year. I'm going to definitely respect the Halloween tradition. Mark D with a C. What is up, duder? I'm gonna respect the tradition and definitely do some things that are related to that are Halloweenish, I guess you should say, Halloweenish. Like some reviews of some comics that involve monsters and superheroes and stuff. Whoa, sorry, getting buzzed there. But I don't know what yet. But I will do some. And yeah, Gentleman Ghost. Yeah, but I've got some things planned, some reviews. Iron Knight 84. Good to see you. Good to see you there. Reading some old FF. Well, there you go. Never a bad idea. So, Mark Tees. J-Man, I don't know if I'm going to read this in case you're not hearing, not watching, just seeing this. Mark D said this, not me. He said, so Comicology erased all reference to Highlander 2? Whoa. Dim's fighting words. Wow. Man, what you going to do? Oh, yeah. Ironhide, what FFs you been reading there, bud? Throw out an issue or two. Let me know an issue or two there that you're reading. Because that's what Monday nights is going to open Geek Comic Talk there. So we like to. I've been rereading. I've been going back and trying to read at least 1 to 2, maybe 3 Bronze Age comics a day now when I can. I think I only got to read 1 today, obviously, but probably read something later. And I'm gonna do some reviews once I complete some of them. I've been planning. I keep planning to do video reviews and some stream reviews of them, of course. Just talk about the good old stuff, or even the not so good old stuff. Even it's still better than the new crap. So, 48 to 51, The Coming of Galactus. It's and of course this man, this monster. Those are great ones, buddy. And we have reviewed them all here a couple years back. Excuse me. Erg, what is causing this? Stop it. A couple of years ago, our great friend who this show was named after, Mark C. Comics Talk, my great buddy Mark C. and I, our dear departed friend, and we reviewed. We did a stream where we reviewed The Coming of Galactus, and then just this past summer, my good friend, the great Mark D. with a C, our chief engineer, who has a link if you feel like coming by. No problem if you don't. We reviewed Fantastic Four number 51. This man, this monster. Great stuff. Hungry for more Starlin like the 1970s Gamora. You're never late, buddy. You're never late. Good to see you, Hungry Boy. And I'm glad you hung out with us earlier. Glad you hung out with us earlier. No, say anyway. So yeah, I don't know. I definitely, J-Man, I want you to read some of those Michael Fleischer, Jim Aparo Spectre issues. We have the great Mark D with a C here with us. What's up?
Hey, hello. Good evening, everyone. Hail to the chat.
What's happening, dude?
Yeah, so I guess I was lurking for a while finishing up some work, but I guess they erased something from the issue reviewing in Comicology.
Yeah,
not to rehash it all again. But
no, that's fine. Look, it was DC Comics Presents 29, as you may know, that we were reviewing, and I was just looking at it on a normal site that just took it right from a DC comic and to scan. The bottom you see there, that's the original from 1989. Where they have words in blue, and that's obviously God talking to Superman. Well, J-Man was reading it off of. He has that and many other things off of Comicology, as we both do. And at the top, as you'll see, nothing, blank, and he didn't even know about these words. So he and I were reviewing this tonight.
So, did you remember that? I mean, that's pretty obscure to remember, but
who, me?
Yeah, did you remember that there were words there?
Yeah.
Or so of course you
this
would
is
remember.
This is from a scan from just you can tell this has never been collected. This has never been reprinted.
Never been reprinted. Okay.
So yes, and it was in the original comic, and I hadn't read it in a long time, but I remember it. I remember God coming down and
yeah, so it was pretty obvious that it's pretty obvious that it's missing too. If you've read the comic.
And by the way, it's a couple. There are a couple. So I just only took this one, but Jay showed the other one. So it's in a couple of different. He speaks a couple of times, and they're all blotted out.
And is there any note on Comicology? This issue has been edited from the original content.
Don't know that. I would have to ask Jay if he's checked that. But yeah.
No, but I mean that's pretty scary too. I mean that's why I hate digital, because as much as I love digital, I hate digital.
Well, that digital for
like
sure.
This.
If they just scan the comic, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
terrible.
That's scary though. I mean, and that's not
pathetic.
Even offensive or.
No, it's not graphic. There's no curse words. There's no violence. No sex.
Yeah. And that changes the whole meaning of the thought balloon or the balloon. I mean the dialogue, I should say there.
Well, let's see. I can't see the dialogue on
right?
the one he showed us. Now, J-Man, if you're still hearing this, does it still have Superman saying that voice from nowhere yet everywhere? Who? Do not be alarmed, my friend. You know. So
it looks like it does. I mean, it's blurry, but it looks like it does. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. So that's even worse. Why would you why would you do that?
That's really, really creepy, and not to note it too. That's even scarier too. Plus the original.
I don't know.
Author,
I doubt they note it.
Yeah, they probably didn't. But I'm just the original author, or imagine that editing the work, and
he's gone now. But he may have been alive when this was put on Comicology and didn't know it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, unless it's you want to.
Yeah, all the other dialogue is there. He says.
Yeah, so I mean, you'd want to say, oh, that was just a misprint because of the blue didn't get printed or scanned, but they would go in there and delete that, especially if it's all the
Nothing
God
else
voices.
Is missing.
Yeah, if it's all the God voices.
Yeah, funny how that's the only thing missing.
That's really. Well, I don't want to say anything too controversial, but imagine if they had erased the voice of other deities. Gone over so well, right?
Oh, hold on. Your Muslim uncle. Well, what's up, dude? Good to see you.
Your Muslim uncle. Yep.
So yeah, I mean, it's the voice of God speaking to Superman and the Spectre, and these idiots took it out. And again, it doesn't. They used to put. I don't know if you ever read any Dead Man comics, but in Dead Man, all the time he would talk to Ramakrishna. That was the god that answered Dead Man, answered to. And it would show, quote unquote, her all the time. And so they would show deities of different sorts. But in this comic, apparently the implication is this is just God in general, I guess. They didn't say who's God, or they just clearly, but the Spectre has been referred to before as the wrath of God.
Yeah. Spectre's a very, quote, I would say religious character, but steeped in religion, if that's the way you could say it. So some
jackass either at DC or Comicology decided but that's no accident. I can't see any way that somebody, and again, like I said, if this had been done by someone who reprinted it and they were just doing that, but I don't think this comic has ever been collected or reprinted. I'm pretty sure it hasn't.
Yeah. Or if they had noted it too, at least noted it's been changed from the original because of X, Y,
right.
Z. I mean, not that I agree with it, especially that's so inoffensive. I guess. Well, maybe this comic does prove the existence of God, so we can't have it. I guess.
I guess I don't know what it is. I mean, if they think people are going to start, people that I don't know. This is just some atheist that probably did this to be. I mean, it sounds crap. Ridiculous. I think it was. It got to be an atheist said, "I'm not going to put that in there." So it's a big blank thing, and it makes the comic kind of make less sense. I mean, J-Man said he wouldn't know really what to make of it. He just thought there was something saying something that I mean, it is weird because if you read that for the first time through Comicology, aren't you going to kind of go, well, who? He says this voice, because to me he says that voice from nowhere yet everywhere. Who? And then later the thing talks. But here, if it's a blank, what are you supposed to think? It doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, the heroes are going nuts. They're talking to no one. I mean, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, well, Glagnar, they don't mind doing it with the gods of Asgard and all that stuff.
Yeah, and it's kind of understood. It's
but I
not
see what you're saying.
It's not. It's a comic book, right? I mean,
yeah, it's a comic.
Yeah,
again, it's funny how this is a code-approved comic, and this, I don't understand it. I mean, who do they think was going to be offended by this? Atheists?
I guess, yeah.
Because it doesn't say I'm God. You're just to assume it's God. So what? It's a freaking comic book. So who's?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even have to necessarily say it's God either, right?
No, it doesn't say hi, everybody. I'm God.
Yeah, just let you infer it.
Right. So who's offended by this? I want to know. In Comicology, I want to know. I genuinely, an honest question. If you or DC, whoever did this, who was offended by this? And our good buddy Hungry Boy knew the writer Lynn Wein, our late great Lynn Wein. He says Lynn told me he was an agnostic waiting on proof, but proof was later than his New York pizza delivery. Lol. I miss Lynn's humor. Yep. Well, there you go.
Right.
And he was an agnostic, and yet I'm not sure what Julia Schwartz believed, who edited this comic, but this got past the editors. The editor said it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, there's nothing in there and it's not like you're making a deity look bad. And of course, like as you said,
right,
Marvel
it's
had
not blaspheming.
They had all kinds of religious pantheons in their comics.
Right.
I mean, from Egyptian to Greek, Norse. It was maybe you could. I mean, yeah, they were portrayed more with faults and foibles, but of course they never. And of course, you had eternity and death.
Man, they had all kind of that stuff. But this one you can't have. It can't have the. I mean, it's not said who this is. Just obviously they don't even say God.
Yeah,
that's us going. Well, I mean, he calls him. He says, "Admitting your foolishness is the first step on the path to true wisdom, my son." So
Yeah.
Comicology's apparent company is Amazon. Things are becoming clearer. Yeah, seems California might be responsible. Probably. I mean, it could be. Look, I don't know how long ago this particular comic, this DC comic, was transcribed to Comicology, but however long ago it was, some turd puts it on there. Somebody. Because there's nothing else missing from the comic. J-Man would have noticed probably, or he was. I mean, it would have been glaring.
Well, you wouldn't know the first time you read it, too.
There's no reason to take that off of there.
Yeah, but I'm saying it just so it's not. That's what's scary about the editing this stuff when it's online. You're never gonna know. You might think something's off, but you're not gonna know, right? If you've only ever had the digital edition. You're gonna have no idea, once. So when you have products that are all digital, never had a physical release, and that happens a lot now. You'd never, no one could ever prove that. It's like Dolly's braces, right? We're going crazy over Dolly's braces, but
but
same. Dolly did have braces, but just to settle that. But it's the same kind of thing where it only exists digitally, and they can go in and change it like. Daryl Hannah, they gave her a hairy ass to cover her up more, and it looked even more ridiculous when it was an innocent shot, initially in Splash. So then it made it worse.
let's just say, for example, they did do a trade on this. I don't think that. I'm pretty sure they've been collected. We're fairly sure about that. But let's just go ahead and say it happened, right? They do a trade, and the people who recolor and do all the crap that they do, that means somebody at DC would have said, "All right, blank this out," which really look at how glaring look how weird it looks without nothing there. With nothing there, it's a big blank.
Doesn't make sense. Yeah,
they put liquid paper on it, for God's sake. Well, let's say they did that, all right, and then that means Comicology didn't do it. That means they just when DC time, contracted them to put it on that site, they just scanned what they were given. But
yeah,
I don't think it's been collected. So if they just gave them, I don't know how they store everything, but if they gave them whatever I don't know what they do. I don't know how the process is where they say, "Hey, Comicology, put these comics on your site." But let's say, because they do have some comics on there that aren't in collections. So here, I don't know if they send them actual copies. I don't know what they do. But let's say they just send them an actual copy of this comic to put on there. Then they have to scan it into their system. That means this blue writing and stuff is there.
Yeah.
And they have to take it out if they want to. I just don't know which is which, but I'm pretty sure it hasn't been collected. It's a solid issue, but seems like the lesson Spectre teaches about power needing to be tempered by conscience is one that Superman already knew, didn't he? Yes, he did, but he was very emotional about flying toward the end of time, and then into the universe, or rather, and thinking he was going to lose Kara, and got a little out of hand. But yeah, classic comics, yeah, absolutely. But nevertheless, it was a good lesson, and a lesson that people like Hack Snyder never learned. But you can see they whited it out, dude. They whited it out.
Yeah, I'm looking at it on Comicology or / Amazon now, and I'm just trying to see if they they mention anything. 26 pages. Let's see. It doesn't say anything about it. I'm just wondering if any reviewers.
They don't tell you. They wouldn't tell you.
No. I'm just wondering if any customer review. That'd be interesting if go into Amazon and say, "Hey, the voice is missing. The panels with the voice are missing in this."
Yeah, I guess anyone using Comicology probably doesn't have this issue of the comic. I wouldn't have known it if J-Man had told me. Of course, I don't look on Comicology anymore.
Yeah, but it's there's no. I can do look inside here. It shows you a few pages for free, I guess. Yep. So it's just showing me. I'm just doubt that it's going to get to that page, but yeah, it just showed a few pages. But yeah, it's $2 to buy in Comicology.
To hell with them.
Yeah. Well, I would get DC Unlimited. I wonder if it's DC Unlimited.
DC. I don't know. It's a good point.
I wonder if they
I'll have to check
took it off that one. Yeah, so it's.
I'll check that.
So they have a ton of. They used to. It was great when they had the service. They had the comics, and the TV stuff and the cartoons all together. I still have
a subscription. I'm getting rid of it if I can.
Yeah. Go check. Yeah, go check.
It's tough to get rid of it. It's tough to get rid of the damn subscription on that sucker.
I canceled when the switchover was happening. So
I need you. Maybe you can advise me how to cancel this damn thing.
But before you do that, see if that one's available.
I don't even know if my logons are even any good anymore. I mean, if I remember them and stuff. There we go. I could check it on my phone at least. Okay.
Yeah, you can see if it. I'd be interested to see if that page is. And Marvel is actually using the old Comicology app, so if you want that experience, it was a decent experience before. They said that's you're better off because Comicology is just their store. What a disaster! Moving everything to Amazon, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if that's on here, it might not even be on this app. I'm looking. They got oh my God, where's the old one at?
Yeah, DC Universe Infinite. Yeah. Well, let's see here.
You have it?
Well, no, I don't have it anymore. I guess I can't see if they have that book. I guess, yeah. I wonder. Let's see. DC Comic Presents.
This has got some other thing called DC Comics, some later book or something. I don't know if it has the actual original series on here.
They used to have almost everything on there.
They used to have a lot of good, had a lot of good comics on there. A lot of crap, but a lot of good stuff too. Maybe it's on there way down here or something.
If anyone in the chat has that, let us know. Yep. Oh, here they go. Yeah, DC Comic presents. Let's see. Read with membership, number 29. Yep. Enjoy this great comic from DC's digital archive. Released January 7th, 1981. January 7th, 1981. Yep. Yeah, I found it. Yep.
I can't find it.
Well, here's the link on the interwebs. I don't know if that won't help you, but that's the link to the.
But you can't see it either?
Well, I don't have a membership, so.
Oh, okay.
I got rid of my membership, yeah. But they do have it's in there if you once you eventually drill down, I guess, and find it, yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. Well, okay, I found the issue. I wonder if it'll let me read it. Let's see here. Why do I have to log on again? I already logged on 100 times.
Just use the voice of God on the computer.
Sheet. Preview issue.
Yeah, if you're not logged in, it just gives you a few. Yeah. It gives you a few pages. Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell's wrong with these people? I mean, my DC. I don't know. I don't have my old account number.
Well, you could always do forgot password, but that's a pain when you're streaming right now. But
yeah.
It's usually you can put in your email address and say forgot password, and it'll send you the password reset. But you don't want to do that now when you're streaming.
I'll try to take a guess at my password.
Superman 123.
Yeah. What the cripes? They don't even have a forgot password thingy. What the hell's wrong with these suckers?
Well, it's tough. You're on the phone, right? It's always tougher on the phone.
Try it on the. Yeah, but I can't. Because if I can find it, I can. Man, you're pissing me the crap off. They pay for this crap. Your stupid app.
And you can't use it.
All kind of stuff on there.
But Clobbering's password is Snyder can suck it 999.
How'd you know that?
How the Hungry Boy told me.
No, that's what I'm saying. I figured it had to be Hungry Boy. How did you know that, sir? Wow.
I remember I went to Comic-Con a few years ago, and they had a DC at a giveaway with some pins, and if you show that you're a member, like, wow, you've been a member for a long time, or whatever it was like the maximum amount that you could have been a member, and they give you some pin. I got some Harlequin pins and stuff. Yeah, there's all the swag they give away. They try to get you to go to the booth, and but of course I've since gotten rid of it.
DC Universe Infinitely sucks. That's the name of the site, by the way. Did anybody know that? Yeah. All right, you suck it. You crap universe. DC Universe Infinite or something. And look, jerk offs, I pay you enough. I don't even read your damn comics as much. Log on. Don't tell me I can't log on. I will bust your. Okay, let's see here. Oh,
and they used to have a lot more shows on the DC HBO. They had Shazam was on.
Invalid. What?
Or maybe they canceled you.
I wish.
Maybe. I mean, you're still paying for it. It's still coming out of your credit card.
Let me see. I try. I mean, you try canceling these suckers. All right, let's see. All right, what the flack? All right, let me see here. Email reset link.
There you go.
All right, let's see. Because I want to check this. I want to see if that's on there now.
You gots to know.
I gots to know because I got nothing else to do. Well, don't be a bunch of joke-offs. Well, if you're going to be like that about it, butt nuts. Huh. Man, it's bad enough my Legion shirt's on here yet. How come they don't send me anything?
Well, sometimes it takes a little while. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'll try Alamarine.
Okay. All right.
That's the password. Yeah.
Anyone new pop in since I've been doing this garbage?
I think Brian Hepburn, but I think he's been here for a bit. Yep,
he's been here. No way am I going to try. You're not going to talk me into it.
They're not going to talk you. No, it's not going to work. Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure it was some wienerhead who's just offended by religion in general. Doesn't like religion and all that stuff. Boo hoo. Oh, can you imagine how petty that is to take that out of that comic book?
That is pretty bad. Yeah.
I'm an agnostic. I don't believe in any damn thing.
I don't even notice that. I mean, I wouldn't have, as a person, I'm just going to say notice it, but I can't imagine they actually noticed it enough they would want them to take it out. I mean,
who's offended by that? What kind of pussweed must you be to be offended by that in a comic book? What kind of twig must you be?
Pretty sensitive, yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, who cares? Who thinks who has time to worry about crap like that? That's what I want to know. What is wrong with you? That bothers you? What in the hell?
Oh, don't say hell.
More straight to hell. Why? Are you a baby? Well, this damn thing ain't. They're not sending me my damn. Come on, DC.
Yeah, getting your email.
Are you afraid of me? Jerkweeds. Forgot password. For it, right? I thought I was. Why don't you guys have my password right, jackasses? If you don't see an email from us, check your spam folder. Oh, I bet it's in spam. What do you think? Maybe it's in spam? Yeah. Why would it be in spam?
Spam.
Spam. That is in spam.
There you go.
Why is it in spam, you bungholes?
Well, that's not their fault. You are a bunch of
spammers. All right, reset password.
Okay, now you can do.
Come on, wait.
Now you can. Snyder can suck at 999.
Yeah, that'll be it. I'll say, copy and paste the link below. Do not request. What do you mean copy and paste? Why can't you just have a link, you jackasses? Why do I have to copy and paste it? Why? Jokes? You stupid mother. Why? Why do it? I don't understand this. Why would they send it that way? Why can't they just send you a link? All right, I'm doing it. You
click on it.
Freaking idiots. There, I did it.
Got it.
What's good is that going to do me? All right. Create password. Okay. Snyder takes it up. Oh, sorry, just kidding. One lowercase character, one uppercase character. And one number. And one symbol?
Why Superman symbol? So you can't get hacked. To make it harder to remember your password, so you have to keep resetting it all the time.
I did something wrong. It's not letting me. Passwords.
Passwords do not match. Oh, the dreaded error.
Oh, you got to do it twice. All right. God, I hate you. Sorry, everyone. This is riveting radio. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Or maybe even the top of it. Okay. All right, you stupid.
Hey, Maddie's daddy.
Steve.
The Hungry Boy wants to put that password across the side of the Clobberin. Snyder can suck it. Oh, another suggested password. Try Wesley is number 1.
That sounds like an Eric to me. I'm not looking at the.
That's debug. Yeah, I'm reading it because I know you're trying to get this password. And Chris Burgess says, "Clobby, you need to stop using Wesley Best as your password."
Okay, I will.
Yep.
Well, now I'm logged on. I think I'm gonna log it on. I'm trying to log. Wait a minute. God, you suck. Tell me, boy, you suck. This site's terrible. Minimus, if you're hearing me, I don't know why you're calling, but you know I'm on here. But if you need something, text. Okay. All right. Now I'm in. Let's find that.
There you go.
I can search this site. Well, this site's free trial. I might use it if it wasn't such a. Oh my god. See, I kept keeping it because I'm like, at least I can read comics on there. I can't find a search button. I'm not kidding you. I cannot find a search button.
There's got to be a search button. Well, I'm on my computer, so you're on the phone, right? So
let's see. I'll get one. Oh my god, this site sucks. I want to search, you suckers. Is this so hard?
Huggy Boy says, try P card P's hard.
Oh,
for your password.
Okay, comics. Have you seen that Super Pets movie yet? People.
No, is it any good?
No, I don't. I'm asking if you.
No, I haven't seen it yet. No.
Okay, let's search. This does not let some. Who's it? I've seen a couple people say that they liked it, but one of the guys that said they like it, I don't trust him.
Well, I did get the toys, so the toys were cool.
Oh yeah, you did. That's right. Huh?
Yeah, I should do a quick one of those YouTube shorts on those. Yeah, I got the crypto and I got the Bat Hound.
Ah, okay. Here
toy.
we
I think
go.
I showed them on the Clubhouse. Yep. Okay, so you got to get to that page and let us know if they got it. Yep.
Yeah, let's see here. The tension mounts, so riveting. Sorry about that. Let's okay. Resume issue. Oh, you suck, man. Their browser or whatever you want to call it is terrible.
Mm.
Okay. He sent me all right, what? He said yeah, I've seen that. I have the comic. I've seen those. But we're trying to where did you get those pictures, Minimus? Got a pretty clean scan on the DC app. In fact, they screwed with the art. Oh my god, it looks like they messed with.
They made the art blurry or
oh no,
changed the
I
color?
think they re-inked this crap. Oh my god, no. They did something to the faces.
On the DC
on
the DC app?
Okay, Comicology and the DC app. It's gone.
It's gone.
Hang on, I'll show it in a second.
The voice of God has been erased.
All right, let me. Yes, sir. It's gone. Okay, here we go. So it's off of Comicology and it's off of the DC app. So that's where they got it from, the DC app, probably. Let me take this off of here. I'm a good and faithful son. Know your heart speaks true and rejoice. Let's see here. All right. There we go. What a bunch of jerk-offs here. Okay. Claude has the comic, I'm sure.
The original, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, look at that. There you go. Zip.
On. And it's the same. All the other dialogue is the same. So it makes the page nonsensical.
Yeah, DC removed it. Okay, but I want to see something else here, too, though. Look at Superman's face in that panel above that. I want to see something. Let me go back to that.
The other site.
The old site that has it. I want to look at something. Are you... What? Maybe I'm wrong. I want to jump the gun here. Because I am old and senile. I know that. So All right. I think they re-inked his face. Hang on, let me look.
I'm pulling it up just on my personal confuser. Let's see.
All right, let's see here. All right, Superman's. They didn't do it too bad. I guess it's just because the scan's so much brighter.
Just with the digital, it's
that's just because of the digital. That's what I. Okay, yeah, all right. But anyway.
So which page number is that in the comic? That's
here
it is. I found it. I got it. Yep.
You got it. Where you you looking at the digital?
Yeah, the other digital.
Okay, let me see here.
Wow.
And
so tweet. Someone should tweet that out. Like grab that panel and then grab the panel from DC Comics. And
they also cut out. They also cut out more than that. This is the only shot right there.
Yeah.
If you keep going, there's another page on page 16. It has another one. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. At the bottom of page 16, there it is. This is another one. I found it. Another blank one. See it?
Oh, because the sun is there. Yep. Yep. I'm a good and faithful son. Know your heart speaks truth and rejoice.
Yes, that's cut out.
So Superman's facing the other way, talking to no one. Yeah. But what about Kara?
Now, yeah, it's just this DC one. It's just a cleaner scan, and it kind of the other one's muddled up a little bit. They didn't mess with the art. It's just they do in the sense that they clean it up, but
well, there's no dithering, there's no dots, so it's pure digital. So you do get a different experience from the newsprint, obviously, but I don't think looking at it side to side, I don't think they've changed. They haven't changed anything. It's just the coloring looks different because you don't have any dithering there.
And that's what J-Man said. He said that's why I had also said about the art being better on the original scan. It is better on the original scan. Sometimes we talked about this on the show. Sometimes I do like it, and when the cleaner scans because I can read the words better and stuff.
Yep.
But if the scan's okay on the original, like this is,
then it's okay.
Yeah. For example, let's see. You see this one I got here. I'm going to show you the. I'll go to the one that the scan of the original comic.
Some of the scans on this other site were probably shouldn't say the name of it, but it's the scans are pretty crummy on some of them.
That's because
it's good enough to read them, but
there's not much they could do about that. But they're taken from comics that are all muddled up or whatever.
Yeah, so and they don't redo them. I'm sure when a lot of these comics, as Hungry Boy and everyone's saying, they probably they do some digital work on them. I'm sure.
In this case, this looks better. This is a good scan of an old comic book. Some of them don't look that good.
Yeah. So there's that line there that's missing. Yeah, someone should ask DC. Yeah, why is that missing? Yeah, why are you deleting that? And no context too. No, nothing said. Oh, this comic has been edited from its original. You remember we're watching a movie on TV. This movie has been reformatted to what was the verbiage to fit on your TV, of course, because your TV was 4:3 and the movies were widescreen. So.
Yeah. So there you go.
Or they would say edited for TV too. So like my buddy was a scout leader who was showing Excalibur to the scouts and didn't anticipate certain scenes because he had watched it on the plane trip and not the VHS tape that he put on a rainy day when the scouts going to go for a hike. So Yeah, that was another big problem. So yeah, Excalibur was a little bit more graphic on the non-plain edition, but of course they would always tell you too when you'd watch it, edited for TV, edited for viewing on an airplane. Yeah. Helen Mirren, not scout friendly. Yeah.
Yeah. What happened? Everyone hear me? I was having some kind of
oh no,
sound issues.
I didn't hear any. I was babbling, so I don't know if you were trying to talk.
No, a couple times. This has been happening to me a little bit recently. Maybe our internet's been really shitty, but I couldn't hear you at all. And then a little scratchy. Then it would,
Okay. I don't know if it's my internet or hopefully everyone could hear me in Clobberin times, but
anyway.
J-Man's headed out, so.
All right, J-Man, buddy.
Have a good night, J-Man.
Take it easy, bro. Be good.
I hope none of your work gets erased tomorrow. Yeah, that's pretty scary. Yeah,
hope you don't get erased tomorrow. So Batman Returns.
Oh wait, maybe they can explain it with the eraser. Well, that was a Marvel villain, wasn't it? The eraser.
Wow. There wasn't, Marvel villain, the eraser. So Batman Returns is 120 minutes on TV. And it was 120 minutes with commercials. So like 30 minutes were cut out. I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah.
Wow. That's screwed in the scrot right there if you think about it long enough. Even if you don't.
Well, we got the opposite with the motion picture. They added all the scenes and tried to make it as long as possible. Yeah.
Hey, JD Lewis. JD's here. What's up? JD Lewis says this quite possibly. This is quite possibly the very best issue of DC Comics presents. Wayne and Starlin went the extra mile and some for this story. Yeah, we had a great time reviewing it earlier. JD, J-Man, and I reviewed this comic. Or did we do a show earlier for that? Yeah. Eraser was a Batman villain. I'm pretty sure he was a villain from Strange Tales. And then he
was Batman. All right.
And he was are you sure? Living Eraser was the Marvel one.
That was okay. Yeah. All right. That's what I was thinking of then.
Okay. We apologize profusely to Minimus. Eldritch Lord Haster, what's up, dude?
Hey, Haster.
Good to see you, man. Yeah. So there you go. Well, there's you go, and there's you have it. Now, I need to get rid of DC Universe, but they do have a lot of comics on there that I can read on there and
put them on the TV too, right? Yep.
Can blast them to the TV there, and they used to have a lot of other stuff on there. It's $8 a month, and I never use it. I mean, if I use it, it's
if you use it, it's worth it, right? If you read,
should use it,
5 comics a month, then yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You is correct, sir. About that, sir. You are, sir. Yes, sir. You are, sir. Sir, you are, sir. Yes, sir. What does all that mean? I don't know, sir. But yes, sir, you are. Correctamundo. I may have overstated that a little bit. Sorry. But it's still DC, and they suck. And they're the ones. So, look, okay. Comicology, I would apologize to you if I gave a shit about you. But it was DC that did it. They just took the... We were sort of blaming Comicology, but I did say at the first outset, though, I did say, or unless DC did this, and now we know that DC did this. Why did DC do this? That we don't know. Know what I mean?
There's no letters page to ask, right? Yep.
Eraser was one of the dumbest Batman covers ever, erasing Batman from existence. Then it was Living Eraser, but the movie Eraser was pretty good with Schwarzenegger. Let's check the poll now. My poll I got going on. See how that's doing. I got 27 votals on it. The question was, what time works best for you to attend a member stream? Barely in first place is early evening at 41%, 37% for midday afternoon, midday or afternoon, I guess you say, and late nights at 22. So I'll have to do an early evening. I don't have too many free days. I might have to do it on a Tuesday. Maybe next Tuesday I'll do it. What do you think about Tuesday?
Tuesdays are good, yeah.
Tuesdays are good, especially when you got Toxic Tuesdays.
Toxic Tuesday, yeah.
But I'm usually kind of, I know the
you do it earlier.
Midnight Sheds fillers over there and stuff. So
plus, if you got friends across the pond too, an earlier time is probably better for them. I'm guessing, right? Because it's not as late, right?
yeah, that's true. A little bit earlier. So yes, Minimus, I saw. No, good Lord, check your. Oh. He just texted me a picture. So we know that Minimus has this comic.
He's got it. Yep.
Yes, classic comics. Of course, DC what doing it? It's right, sure was. So screw them. What can you do? Zachariah, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man.
Hey, Zachariah.
Was the racer in Speedball's Rose Gallery? There was a living eraser, however, was pretty silly too.
Yeah.
He was in like Strange Tales, and then he was in Marvel 2-in-1. I'm surprised he hasn't been on She-Hump yet. You know what I mean?
We only got 2 more episodes left of She-Hulk, so I guess the actress was getting in trouble for attacking some people on the Twitter.
Again? Oh yeah, the one who plays Titania.
Titania,
Stephen Ransom, hey there.
Hey, Stephen.
Reporting from the captain's panel, we need hungry. The captain's panel?
Captain Finity?
Yeah, is that Captain Finity? I don't know. Minimus says he just enhanced the page with his phone. How'd you do that?
Is it not safe for work, or is it safe for work? Yep.
I don't know.
Oh, and Claude, thank you for sending me that link on where I can get that Alex Ross Fantastic Four.
Oh yeah, I meant to tell you about it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I got it. Yep, thank you. Yep, I just gotta time it so the wife's not home when it shows up. No, just kidding. That's a small purchase. Yeah.
You got it. You can't not.
I'm joking. That. Yeah. No, thank you for that. I appreciate it. It was ridiculous that it wasn't the Atomic Avenue's fault. They just didn't get any copies from the printer.
I sent you a link over on TwitTwat.
And TwitTwat, yep. Thank you for a Fleabay auction, which has it for a nice
price.
Did you order it? Yeah, I ordered it. Yep, yeah.
Good,
it was 21 smackerels.
He told me about it the other day, and I meant to, relay it. But as always with these things, I said I'll tell him, and then so I'm glad he did that. And then he went to sleep because he watched Andor episode 2.
I watched the first episode of Andor. It was all right. I haven't gotten to the second episode. It wasn't like, wow, this is great, but it wasn't terrible. But I guess it's pretty slow moving. Or
show us or so it's just, I don't know, man. I
don't really care about the character because he's, that's the problem with prequels. I mean, if you had the show maybe before Rogue One, and then it led up to Rogue One, that might have been kind of cool if the show was well done. I've only only seen the first episode, but if you'd created this character and then you do a movie and it ties into Rogue One, that'd be kind of cool. But the character's, spoiler alert, is going to get obliterated.
He's going to die.
He's going to die. So.
You can't spoil a Rogue One. It's already spoiler. And again, Rogue One has some fun stuff in it, but let's face it, the best character is a droid. If the best character in your movie is a droid, you have some problems.
Oh, that girl's awfully cute though, too. Come on.
Jyn Erso?
Yeah, I think she's cute.
I mean, yeah, she's cute enough, but she's annoying, dumb. She's annoying also. I don't think she's a good character. I mean, she's cute enough, sure. If that's your only, but what do you who was it doing now you're doing it? Who was it doing that the other night, saying that because a girl is cute it makes the show good or something?
It wasn't me, but
like you'll say some show sucks and go, yeah, but no, they had this girl in it. So what? Wait a minute. Sure. Got news for you. It's Hollywood. They don't really put a lot of ugly people in their movies. It turns out if a chick is in it, there's an 80-some-odd% chance she's going to be cute.
Yeah.
I mean, at least minimum 80%, 85%. Doesn't make the show any good, for God's sake, or the movie or whatever. Dang it.
Well, Brian Hepburn is saying, the second season of Andor is supposed to end at the start of Rogue One, which...
Second season? Don't tell me we're going to be a second season of this. What? Not the second one, man.
I guess it's that bad. I was hoping... But one can only hope.
No, I can use the sleep.
Yeah.
I could use the sleep.
Of course, I do fall asleep watching DS9 once in a while. Good stuff too, you know, because you're just tired and you're because you're watching it for Saturday Night Star Trek. You're like, oh, I got to get through these episodes. You're not to get through it, say it the wrong way, but you know what I mean. You want to watch them and review them.
No, I do.
And
if you're up late,
asleep. But then Alan Moraine wakes you right up.
Well, what you think that's going to trick me? You really think I'm going to fall for something like that?
See, now everyone's awake.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not going to press that button every time you say that. But so anyway, getting back at least something sort of connected to comic books. I've been on this kick where I've got to watch it because again I'm 12 years old, so I got to watch cartoons a lot now. I need cartoons, and I'm talking about superhero cartoons, of course, because I need superheroes. And obviously, I watch some of the same ones over and over again. Once in a while, I like to try to get a little bit adventurous and watch something I haven't watched that much, or haven't seen in a long time, or haven't seen all of.
Yeah.
And so, about a month or so ago, I went and watched the old Fox Amazing Spider-Man, Fox Spider-Man show from the 90s. I binge watched all 5 seasons of that, which I'd never watched all of before. Oh. Nick and I, by a week from this next Wednesday, by the way, Nicholas and I, the great Nick Weiser, he's going to come on the show. We're going to talk about that show. And it was interesting. So right after that, I went to X-Men, the Fox X-Men show. So I realized I hadn't watched a lot of that. I'd watched some of it.
I've watched a lot of it. I could never remember what, I never watched it straight through, but pretty much when it was on, I was watching that show. Yeah.
So it's fun to watch, but there's a lot of things that really, both of them are really wrong with. In other words, it's not like Batman the Animated Series, which is so freaking good that the occasional not so good episodes doesn't even register. You're like, yeah, I can name maybe 1 or 2 of Batman the Animated Series that wasn't so good, but the show's just fantastic. Not quite the same way with us, the Spidey show or the X-Men show. But I got to the end of the X-Men when they had a Captain America episode. Did you know that? Flashback to World War II with Wolverine.
I probably saw that.
Teaming up with Cap.
I'm forgetting it now, but that would have been a famous one, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, didn't the FF show up too on that?
No.
Or was it Spider-Man the FF showed up?
No.
No?
Nope. No, I mean, yeah, the FF showed up on Spider-Man later on the Terrible Secret Wars. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's I thought.
Yeah, they did. But anyway, so in the X-Men, biggest problem with the X-Men show for me is the cast. I mean, the roster. In other words, Cyclops is my favorite X-Men, so it's cool he's on there. Wolverine, look, you're not going to get away from Wolverine. It's too expensive. He's too important, too popular. Beast, that's good because I love him as an Avenger, but at least he's in the X-Men. I'm fine. Storm, okay. But after that, I would have wanted Nightcrawler and Colossus, people like that. And even Kitty
you didn't
Pryde.
Get Nightcrawler, huh?
Even Kitty Pryde's better than Jubilee, but no, we get Jubilee and Gambit. Oh, we got Rogue. Rogue's okay. I'm fine with Rogue. And she's really gorgeous on that. She's really super sexy on that cartoon, let's be honest. But I can't stand Gambit. Does anyone here like Gambit? Am I the only one that can't stand Gambit? I can't stand Gambit, man, with his stupid Cajun accent and his dumb superpower of supercharging playing cards. No? Yes, yeah. He's a dumb character. He had the stupid Cajun accent and everything. But they have Colossus in a couple of episode or 2. Nightcrawler like once maybe. Way down in the season. They've got Jean Grey in it, and she's got a terrible outfit. They do Phoenix Saga and Dark Phoenix. Ironhide likes Gambit. There you go. Well, okay, that's cool. Ironhide is a Gambit fan. That's fine.
A lot of Gambit fans. Not one
a
of my
lot of Gambit fans. I don't like them, but that's
Gambit
fine.
Fans, yeah.
But actually, I can
tell. How do they explain Colossus only showing up a few times? I can't. It's been so long since I watched it. They just
put him in there.
Just have him show up, and then
they just don't care. They just don't have the same continuity as the comic. And he's in there like once or twice. Oh, I do. And they did a lot of characters pop up, but only the main cast, And I can't stand Jubilee. I was never the big Kitty Pryde guy, but she's better than Jubilee. Oliver Belamonte, welcome. He says, the 90s Spider-Man animated allowed me to see the debut of Madam Web. Plus how Felicia Hardy became Black Cat. Yeah, but why did she have a super soldier serum? Man Spider, Venom, and Carnage in the Secret Wars. I hated what they did. The Secret Wars was terrible. Gambit was John Carter in that one movie. Yeah, the guy who played John Carter played Gambit in that awful Wolverine Origins.
Yeah, so they gave Black. They gave her super soldier serum instead of
on this show.
How did Black Cat get her powers originally? I forget now.
I don't know. But why did they turn to a super soldier serum thing?
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Rogue looks good on it at least. So anyway, it was fun to watch. They've got you do see a lot of cool stuff along the way, and there's some really dumb things in it as well. I mean, Wolverine's all talk because they can't do anything with those claws on the side.
Can't chop anyone up. Yeah.
They had an episode. We were talking, almost touched on religion earlier. Here's the weird thing. Look, I don't trash religion, but they had an episode with the Nightcrawler one. He was in a monastery in this country or whatever, and they all went over there. The whole episode, I kid you not, you would not believe it if you saw it. You ought to go back and watch it. He's constantly preaching. I mean, it's like it was a sermon from a Saturday morning, like a televangelist wrote it. He's a big time. In other words, he's trying to proselytize Wolverine into being a Christian and all this stuff. And again, I have nothing against that sort of thing in real life, but I never thought he was that religious in the comic.
A little bit, no, more in the beginning, if I remember.
Bit. In this one, he was flat out. I mean, you would thought the dialogue had been taken over and written by Jimmy Swaggart or something. I'm not kidding. It was really proselytizing for a Saturday morning cartoon. And I would have thought the heathens in Hollywood, that would be the last thing they would have on a Saturday morning cartoon. I am telling you, dude, it is astonishing. It is blatant. It's in your face, Bible thumping stuff. And I'm not trashing against Christianity. I'm just saying for a cartoon like that, it was weird.
Like he met Davy and Goliath, religious.
It was like that. I'm not kidding. I'm not making it up. Nightcrawler is a straight up evangelist in this episode. Dalek 451. Good to see you, my friend. How you doing there?
Hey, Dalek.
So the original 90s Rogue was hot as hell. Oh yeah. Why they have Turner into a complete goth girl is the exact opposite of the original. Yeah, she's horrible in the movies. Absolutely horrible. So after this got done, and I wanted something else to watch, so I've now started watching Wolverine and the X-Men. You remember that one?
I watched that. That was very almost anime style.
Yeah, it's tough for me to get used to the. They're only 26 episodes.
I didn't like that art.
It's tough to get used to the animation and art style. This was right around the time that awful Wolverine X-Men Wolverine Origins came out. So everything's about Wolverine. He's good old Uncle Wolverine on this show. Good old Uncle Wolverine. Everything's Wolverine.
Kind of happy-go-lucky guy you want to babysit your kids.
Yeah, it's just he's so not. He's the whole thing. I know it's called Wolverine and the X-Men, but Jesus. Now the roster's better. I hate what they do to Scott because he's, Cyclops is my favorite X-Man. I don't care who knows it. And the way they handle him, the show opens. They have too much movie baggage in this one too. It's not so connected to the movies, but these a-holes who made this show, they do a lot of good ones too, but they have a lot of movie shit in there. Like at the first episode, there's an explosion at the mansion, and Jean and Professor X are missing. They go missing for a year until Wolverine comes back. They all break up. Rogue is more like the movie Rogue. She's not the Miss Marvel Rogue. Plus side, they do have a better roster. They've got, you get a lot. You get to see Nightcrawler a little bit. I mean, you get Nightcrawler. They haven't gotten to Colossus yet, but I think they do. You get more of and at least you don't have to see Jubilee. And Gambit does show up eventually for one episode. They had a really good episode with the Hulk, by the way, that I liked.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stick it out and watch them all. Because Spectacular Spider-Man was really good in spite of the art and the animation.
Was that the computerized one, or was that the?
No.
Well, that was MTV one. Was the one that was computerized?
Ironhide. No, that was a different one. Yeah, Ironhide. Are you sure it takes place in the? same universe as Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes, because I do love Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and if it does take place, and that's pretty cool. It does almost seem like the Hulk episode almost made it seem that way, but it maybe takes place a little bit before the Avengers get together, maybe. So I could kind of see that Ironhead. I mean, do you know? Are you speculating, or do you know? I'm game. I love Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That's a crime against geekmanity that show got cut down in its youth. A crime. And it got cut down because jackasses, as much as I like the Avengers,
that's during the sale, movie, right? That was the sale, right?
No, well, I think it got screwed over because, he said the creators mentioned it. Oh, well, he thinks they mentioned it. Well, look, I'm game. In an episode, Nick Fury mentions the Martys, the government agent. Yeah, he did mention them in an EHM episode or MH episode. He did. I remember him mentioning them. Yeah, and later Wolverine is in there. They don't really do much with the mutants, but in an Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Wolverine is in an episode or two. But, what did you say? What was I answering you about now? I got sidetracked.
Oh, no, I can't remember now. I think I was asking about. I was asking about what I mix up all the Spider-Man, the art in the Spider-Man series. So yeah.
Anyway, boy,
yeah, one of them was a computer. I think I was saying that. I think the MTV one was the CGI one, if I'm remembering correctly. But
Ironhide says in Earth's Mightiest Heroes, they were doing the great multi-part Kree Skrull War story arc, and then the next episode it was just taken down. Well, they did that Galactus one. Yeah, I hated the Galactus episode. I love that show, but I hated that last episode because it was too soon. Dalek says, we talking about the 90s X-Men cartoon? Yes, I was. There was another cartoon from the 2000s called X-Men Evolution.
Yeah.
Which you watch. Yeah, I couldn't get past the look of it myself. A lot of people like it. I never really got into it, but who knows?
I have all the Burger King toys from that. I got to do a review of those someday.
Maybe I'll take a look at it. I don't like the art.
It was kind of a little bit anime-ish.
Yeah. See, I don't think Earth's Mightiest Heroes looks fine to me. Some people say that's too kind of an anime look to it. I don't think so. Not really. But that's just such a great show. Again, it was because of that jackass. I think it was Loeb and a couple of other people that the movie was big. It was just coming out and getting big, coming out the Avengers movie. And so they decided with that coming out, they wanted to do a cartoon that looked more like the movie. So they did that piece of garbage cartoon, Avengers ass symbol.
Yeah.
And that kept us from getting more greatness of the Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which was, oh my God, it's so I mean, they made some mistakes on that show, but it was mostly great.
I remember watching it. Yeah, I would watch that with the kids too. It was great to wake up on a Saturday morning and watch that with the kids.
Earth's Mightiest Heroes? Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
So
good. No, it was good.
I binged it.
Stuff, yeah.
I binged it so many times, and yet I like to. Right now, I feel like starting it over again, but I'm gonna wait a little bit longer. If you want to make them wait a little bit, you want to make yourself wait a little bit because it's been at least a year or two since I've done it again. God, I love it, man. It's so good. I've often said that Earth's Mightiest Heroes is one of the best characterizations of the Hulk I've ever seen in any medium. He's that good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I just realized that every major animated appearance of Quicksilver, X-Men Evolution, Wolverine, and the X-Men Superhero Squad, he's portrayed as a villain. Wasn't he on but he was also on the 90s X-Men show, and he wasn't really a villain on that one. They had an episode where they went to Wundagore, in fact, when they met the High Evolutionary, given with Scarlet Witch. Remember that? Did you see that one?
Yeah, I mean it's been years and years, so I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
By the way, I hate
because I remember it was pretty cool when they tied in. I wouldn't say High Evolution is obscure, but it's not exactly a mainstream. He's not exactly mainstream either. So
yeah.
And that could get controversy. Talk about religious implications of High Evolutionary and turning, mixing men and beasts, and that could get some people upset too, right? I mean, when you consider what the subject matter is there.
Yeah. Ironhide, that '90s cartoon. They actually had an episode where he and Wanda found out that Magneto was their father, which was kind of hodgepodge from a couple of different comics. But all these people, it's one thing for these cartoons to mine certain things from comics. What's that? Maybe the CW can buy Jubilee like NFL trading cards. What? What I don't understand is who. And I talked about this with J-Man a little bit the other day. Earlier on the other show. What is it? How do these people? Oh, let's see what Chris is saying. Mark, who would be upset with High Evolutionary essentially creating Nephilim?
Nephilim? I forgot what that is. Is that a character or is that a location? I'm forgetting now.
I'm drawing a blank, Chris.
Oh, okay. Yep. So they're kind of like golems, I guess. Yep.
Gotcha. There's an episode of the '90s cartoon that goes even more in depth into evolution. Mr. Sinister's origin story. Yes, I watched that one recently, which is pretty intense and philosophical for a Saturday morning cartoon. It had Charles Darwin in it. Did you know that? You know about that episode? I never liked Mr. Sinister. That episode was interesting, though. It takes place in Victorian times, and one of Charles Xavier's ancestors is how mutants got started. Well, even though it's not really, because Apocalypse was supposed to be a mutant.
Yeah. Interesting, yeah.
And it takes place in Victorian times. It's about Mr. Sinister getting started. And it's Professor Xavier's this guy chasing him all over the place because he's an evil sot, whatever. And he tells the story about him. And Charles Darwin is in the episode.
Darwin's in it? Yeah, wow.
Yeah. It's crazy. That was pretty interesting. That was one of the last. That was toward the end of the. Oh boy! By the way, those last few episodes of the 5th season, they changed animation studios apparently because it looked like dog crap.
I could tell.
One thing you say about that cartoon is it looked really good. The animation, almost all the way through, as far as the characters. I mean, Rogue was gorgeous. Beast looked great. Everybody looked great. All of a sudden, Rogue looked like she looked like a 10-year-old, and everybody looked like shit. I mean. It was terrible. I'm talking about the last 3 or 4 episodes because some studios used to do that anyway. Even with the animated, was it Batman animated series? Sometimes Superman animated series did it every now and then, where they would get behind and they would farm out certain episodes to lesser studios, and they would look like crap with the animation. Well, that's what happened with those X-Men cartoons. Apparently, that last season, some of them.
Yeah, they just cut the budget, right?
Well, I guess they knew they were on their way out. Maybe Mr. Sinister created the She-Hulk writers' room. Probably did. No, he wouldn't create something so lame. I wouldn't even insult Mr. Sinister like that, dude.
Yeah, I can't say I was shocked that they attacked the fans, but it's always a losing battle to call out fans. It's one thing to say, okay, you don't like it or yada yada, but then don't basically say you're never going to amount to anything or no one will ever remember you. I mean, even if it's true, you don't say, well, the Titania was the Twitter attack today.
Oh yeah, I didn't see what she did. What's going on with Titania?
Well, she basically said some fans were criticizing the show. And a couple of comments. She was actually interacting with Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers.
Really?
And they had a not a bad exchange, civil exchange. He's like, basically agree to disagree. I'm going to see if I can find it.
I'd like to see that. So, but man, see, I hear she's a twit anyway.
Unless she deleted it, but if I find the actress's name,
I forget the
hard to spell name.
Yeah, but she played
she was on she was Jamila Jamil. Yeah, very cute actress. Yeah,
Jamila Jamil's a different chick. I think she plays the other.
No, that she plays Titania. She plays Titania.
Okay. No,
she plays Titania.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And she was on the Ted Danson show where they're in The Good Place.
Oh, she interacted with our buddy Noel from Tartazone. How'd she interact with him, Chris? What's the deal with that? Christian Mark kept calling her Tatiana. Tatiana. What you got now?
Yeah, well, let me see if I can find the tweet. That's the. I guess
she was being polite to Jeremy, or
well, relatively polite, I have to say. So, and then she's got. Well, here, you want me to just share my screen?
Sure.
I guess. Yeah. Let me just share screen. I've just got to try to find the. So this looks like something.
Okay.
Let me zoom into it. So
to be clear, it's absolutely fine if you personally don't like She-Hulk. I know it doesn't appeal to everyone. Some people fucking love it. But can we all agree that you don't need to be so hostile when you express your feelings to me? We're all fans. I can agree with that. There's no reason to attack her.
No, but this is
who's attacking her.
Well, I've got to go back earlier to this is in response. So this is an okay statement, but she called out someone before. She called out a couple of fans in a tweet and said, "You're basically not going. You're never going to amount to everything." So,
were they mean to her first? I mean,
not really. They were just kind of saying we don't like the show. So I'm just trying to find if I can find that. I think it's related to this one here. Let's see. This was one of the original tweets, I think, and then this is where it kind of blew up. It's really tough to find tweets. When you go, you read something, and then you've if anyone in the chat has a link to it or can find it, but
Tatiana, she's kind of hot though.
Oh yeah, she's gorgeous. Yeah.
Hey, Lorena Creole was on there. What'd you say?
Oh, where was Lorena?
I thought I saw Lorena. Yeah. Fries. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know the context. While you're doing that, I'll say J.D. Lewis said, X-Men Evolution played with my head. The Bruce Timm-inspired, ripped-off character designs and time compression of characterization, such as Jean Grey and Kitty Pryde being the same age. That's ridiculous. Not a fan. Oh, I don't like that either. I don't know if I want to watch it now. What's that? Oh, God. Is that a shot of Daredevil?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
All right. Well, it did get it did get pretty nasty, and then everyone.
What happened?
Everyone went after her. I'm just trying to find the tweet where she gets ratioed. So,
don't start not won't be nothing. A line of racism, fat phobia, and hatred of the Me Too movement. Excited to see all the ladies celebrate this great lover of women. Okay, she's calling some.
That is, but
he also took great care to determine
what. They're talking about Lagerfeld. That's a fashion industry stuff.
Oh, yeah. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he's a fashion designer.
Keely Chow, Roll Tide.
Hey, Keely.
Tide did some rolling this week. There you go. At least LSU's rated now, ranked now. That's her?
That's her, yeah.
Whew. I mean, fake as it gets, but some hotness there going on.
So I'm trying to see if where that's a problem. It's like you got to find. I'm gonna see if I do go to her tweets and replies. That might actually make it easier to. Tweets and replies. That might make it easier to find. Twitter's just so tough to find things.
That's that's an account named after the character. Is it her keeping that account?
Well, Jamil, and then you can change your Twitter name to.
Okay, so yeah, okay, so it is her account.
That's her. No, that's her account. Yeah.
Okay, all right, I got you.
Yeah, that's how.
It's not. I'm just saying it's not the studio or doing some shit then.
Yeah.
In X-Men Evolution, Kitty Pryde was cute, but she was a bit annoying because she had a whiny Valley Girl voice. Says Dalek. I hear you, Dalek, for 51. Oh well, wrong. I am listening to everyone, not just one group. And since they have the opinions shared by everyone, when I know they don't, because I'm getting messages all over. Huh.
Yeah.
To be fair, this is how we all look at cake.
Well. She's got just so many. Unless it got deleted, but Basically,
It's going to be, you can't find anything. It's a needle in a haystack finding something like that.
Yeah, it's a needle. I was reading it this morning. Yeah, so I guess this is her responding to the controversy here. You know, that's how an actor should. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so there's Jeremy saying.
Actress said she doesn't care if the show was successful because she already got paid. Amazing. Dude, who cares? I got to live my dream and be in a Marvel project and go to events where I got to meet all my favorite Marvel stars and talk to them about their movies, and I got paid. My cup is full, but how is it? How is your life going? Okay, wow. Did he respond to that?
Yeah, I think he did. Yep.
If the show is a success, as you say, there will be a season 2, and none of these so-called haters will matter. Which begs the question as to why you continue to focus on negativity when you claim there is so much of positivity. What would you say to that? Because we only live in a bubble of congratulations. I engage plenty with the people who love the show. Fair enough. I can't really argue with that. I don't like the show at all, but I'm fine with others enjoying it. Did she answer that?
I guess not. She must have
what's the guy under him? Though you made so many videos being big mad about it, but go on about how the show doesn't upset you. He just said it's. Why can't he say it sucks? Why do you care if he doesn't like it?
Yeah. Maybe she delete. She could have maybe she did delete the tweet too. So
Andy Masterson, what's up, bro?
Hey, Andy.
Good to see you, buddy. Hey, man. D-Bud. But D-Bud, what's up? Did I know D-Bud was here? I know D-Bud was. I said it at the beginning.
Yeah, D-Bud was here. Yep.
I'm sorry, D-Bud. I forget who was here at the beginning. I'm an idiot. Ironhide said, yeah, they made Nightcrawler kind of weird looking and made Colossus a villain, but I thought they nailed Wolverine despite his lack of sideburns. Wow. Yeah, I couldn't get into the way that show looks at all, so I'll probably never touch it. I will finish Wolverine and the X-Men, though. I know, D-Bud, that was me being senile, brother. Sorry. So anyway, she's just a silly.
Yeah, well, I think she's kind of realized, it never pays to attack fans, So all these are this is her, damage control. Because what she did say, I can't find it now, but it was pretty nasty. Basically saying, you're not going to mount. These couple of guys that didn't like the show said you're not going to mount to anything, and said some, it was a real nasty.
I saw something. She said, "This is thoughtful and clearly delivered." I don't know what says. Was that a criticism she was being fair about? Okay, this is actually what she said. Let's talk nicely. The show's comedy never made me laugh. The courtroom sessions do not convey Jen's quality as a lawyer. The look and act. They look and act nothing. Oh, you look and act nothing like the Tanner from the comics, and they think you are miscast. The writers clearly live in a bubble. This is actually thoughtful and clearly delivered. Not so hard, is it? Okay, that's fair of her.
Yeah. She might, to be fair too, she lost it for a few minutes and just attacked, people get pissed off too. So it's I'm kind of person who likes to give people the benefit of the doubt, and maybe she, with Twitter, you always should have people write it. Or as my mom always said, back when we wrote letters, she said, if you're pissed at, my mom didn't say pissed, but if you're angry with someone and you write a letter to them, then wait a day, read the letter again, and see if you still want to send it a day later. Midnight's Edge has the tweets. Yep.
Midnight's Edge has them? Okay.
I guess, yeah. But that's that's a great life lesson for everyone too. When you're in this instant reaction too on social media, the old days. You had a Hollywood publicist. You'd, if someone wrote a bad article about you in the press, you'd, try to have, a response, but it wouldn't come directly. There was no. So the great thing about this is we can reach out to, actors, actresses, and writers and comic book creators. But then the bad thing is also we can reach out to them and see what they think. So it's, you got to be real careful if you're in this kind of position. So that's what the danger is, and a lot of actors and look at what happened to Roseanne for how many people have been canned? The guy from the guy from The Flash, they found tweets from 10 years ago. He was Ralph Dibny, right? And they had to can that whole plot point, and they fired the guy. And it was tweets from 10 years ago. Not saying the tweets were good tweets, but someone doesn't like you, they dig something up, and boom, you're done. So
I hear you. Oh well, the hell with her. JD Lewis says it's probably just my sentiment clouding my memories, but I just love the 90s fucks and X-Men animated series. Hey, nothing wrong with that, JD. I enjoyed binging it again, or binging it for the first time actually, because I'd only seen episodes here and there before. I just finished binging it, and I enjoyed doing it. There were obviously, I think there are a lot of problems, but but it's still nothing wrong with that at all. A lot of people loved it. And Dalek says there was also this convoluted plot point where Mystique was both Nightcrawler and Rogue's mother, which went nowhere. Yeah, they didn't even address that because they were doing it toward the end, and they didn't even address that at all. It was weird. They had a Cannonball episode. By that time, the animation was really being done by a cheap ass animation studio, by the way. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh no, I was still skimming some of the tweets. She wants Dan Slott to be on this show. Oh no.
What? Yeah. See, she said she was a Marvel fan. No, she likes the stupid Dan Slott trash. Well, Dan Slott might have her blocked because she did.
Yeah, maybe she blocked.
She did interact with Jeremy. I bet she's blocked now.
Yeah.
Dan Slott. Yeah. Oh God. Why does she want Dan Slott to be on there? Seriously?
I can't believe he canceled a Comic-Con. I was all set up to get some autographs and meet him. Oh no, I can't. What am I gonna do? Maybe I shouldn't go then if Dan Slott's not gonna be there.
Yeah, that's true. Why waste your time?
Why waste my time at Comic-Con?
She thought it will be worth Rift Tracks. Yeah, Rift Tracks would have fun with it, but they fall asleep. It's just such a garbage show. It's like, like I was talking about this the past couple nights, and Jay and I talked a little bit about it before. It was like, I'm wondering, and this has happened for a long time with movies, I guess. They always pick things from comics to use to change all their stories around and to screw around with stuff. But they do take it from comics. In other words, everything they get, they can't write their own shit. Those people, did any of those idiot future cat ladies who write the stupid show know who Porcupine was or Manbull, or any of these characters were, or any of their stories and stuff? There's no way. They've got some geeks chained up in a basement somewhere, letting them, play video games and letting them read all their comics and doing all their stuff, probably sending strippers down there and stuff so they can keep them happy, so they can feed them dumb things that they can rehash for their scripts and change around. And make people think, look, see, this has got characters. This has got characters and member berries from comics. See? Yeah. Well,
they did get the costume right, too.
On which one?
On Porcupine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They looked at it. They had to look at a comic somewhere, but that's what I'm telling you. Some geek showed it to them. Or they were looking. Someone was saying they were probably looking at the Handbook of the Marvel Universe. They would know what that is. They'd still have to have a geek tell them what it is. They were Googled it. Well, you got to know what to Google. Goggle. In other words, you still have to know where to look. You can Google. What are you going to do? Show me a picture of an obscure Marvel comic villain. That would take some time. But if someone says, look at this, go look for Porcupine. I don't know how Paste Pot Pete got left out. I'm actually offended that they left out Paste Pot Pete from She-Hulk. The only good thing with Bishop and Cable in the 90s X-Men was they temporarily joined together long enough with the X-Men in Apocalypse to two-parter called Time Fugers. The thing is, I got really sick of all those long, convoluted two-parters and all the time travel stuff. I was never a big fan of Cable or Bishop or any of those characters. I never could stand Apocalypse that much either.
You never liked Apocalypse?
No, but he was way after my time as an X-Men. Someone
But you giving up on the X-Men, right?
X-Men,
I gave up on the
Yeah,
X-Men.
I dumped them way before. I dumped the X-Men in 1984.
So I read them through the 90s. Probably the I think I've up to the 300s, or I'm trying to remember now. But they just got too convoluted. I long for the days of the old, the 70s X-Men were just so fantastic, and those stories were so great. Like the one where I think one of the first storylines I read was Magneto imprisoned all the X-Men. Either was in Antarctica or some base, and they were they were in the chair. And then there was a robot that was going around taking care of them. It was so creepy as a kid to read and see all the X-Men just the power nullifier on them, and they're all were trapped. Yeah. It was in the 110s, I think. Somewhere around there.
No, Clobby, the showrunner asked, which are the most humiliating male villains we can use, and asked Bleeding Cool. Yeah. You sure they didn't consult the Mary Sue? By the way, off topic comment, Clobby, I absolutely adore your Jim Aparo Spectre avatar. Oh, thanks. I love Aparo Spectre. Even though we talked about Starlin's Spectre tonight, but Aparo Spectre's fantastic. Clobby, have you ever seen the Japanese intro for the 90s cartoon? No. The Japanese intro? I think so.
Oh, the FF cartoon. So. Yeah, the anime cartoon.
For the Japanese intro.
Oh, for which cartoon?
Japanese, I don't know. It says for the 90s cartoon. I think he means X-Men. I just jumped in with an insulting comment. Is she on the pole yet? Oh. Will I be blocked by the semi-minor actress? Is she on the pole yet? I don't know if you'll be blocked. He said he did. Have you ever seen the Japanese intro for the 90s? I don't think I have. I know that last season they sped up the intro a little. They changed it a little bit. Beautifully rendered with a slight anime twist and a heavy metal theme. Oh no, I don't think I've seen that. I will definitely check it out. The Mary Sue wouldn't know who the porcupine was without a Funko doll, so no. True. Now there will be a Funko of him, though. You know that, right?
Yeah. You can get one this weekend.
Go get yourself a.
There's a whole Funko. You know how many Funkos are in Comic-Con? I mean, it's walls of Funkos.
I hope you get one for yourself. I hope you don't. Definitely don't get one.
Okay, by the power of the interwebs, I found that intro.
I'll have to watch it later.
So I'm putting it in the chat. Yeah.
Huh. But I can't show it.
Can't show it, but
yeah, it's different somehow.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Ironhide. I will definitely take a look at it afterwards.
Oh yeah, it's definitely got. I mean, from my crappy memory, it looks like some different scenes, and yeah.
Say one of the things that I'm at least getting used to Wolverine and the X-Men. So, and yeah, like I said, the Hulk episode was really good. It's probably when I get to episode 26, I hope I'll wish there are more. At least that means I'll have a good time. Then I'll be sad that there's not more. But I hate what this show does to Cyclops. And again, it was all because they have a lot of movie. Like I said, there's some movie baggage in this thing. You know how the movies were big at that point?
Yeah.
And they put some movie trash in there. So like, even though it looks more like the comic and all that good stuff, I don't know. But Cyclops is a mopey. Look, yes, he lost Jean, and Jean, she just disappeared, just like they did in the movie. And Professor X ends up, spoiler alert, he ends up, never mind. But he's missing. They think that for a year they can't find him. They still can't find Jean. Emma Frost is on this show, by the way, which is kind of odd, But so for a year, Scott just sat in the hotel room for a year in the slums, just in the hotel room in front of a TV, like whining about it. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, yes, he would be sad for a long time, but not Scott. He would, lead the team. And Professor X wants Wolverine to be the leader, not Cyclops. No. But he was getting a movie and Cyclops wasn't, so, I tell you, this Japanese version should have been used in the X-Men arcade games, especially the X-Men versus Capcom. Capcom. It is.
Yeah, it's a cool version. Yeah, it's very well done. Yeah,
I can't wait to see it. But what you gonna do? Again, I was never the biggest X-Men guy. Like our buddy J-Man, he's a big X-Men. I like him, but I wasn't. I'm sorry. The FF of the first family of Marvel.
I mean, I love the like I said, the earlier X-Men issues. I mean, that was just so well done, and just so and then it just got way too complicated for my small brain to follow, and there were too many dangling plot threads, and it just wasn't a simple, enjoyable comic to read anymore. I mean, maybe some people loved it, maybe, and liked that direction, but for me, I just give me some single issues that I can follow, or 3 or 4 different issues. Right.
At least early on, even there was some of that. It was you could enjoy it, the Cochrane run and the Byrne run for a while, but after that, man, Claremont when he got his free reign after Byrne left, man, it was soap opera.
Yeah, it was too much of talking in hallways right now.
Hungry Boys, like am a huge X-Men guy up until JR. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like that too much. You had I love the Cochrane, and Byrne was on it, and then that Cochrane went back, and it was still good. It was good, but after Byrne left, it was kind of a shock for so many other artists. But at least it was Dave Cochrane for a while, and I kind of liked Paul Smith, and Barry Windsor Smith, people like that. But John Romita eventually, John Romita Jr. Eventually. And many other artists who made their debut on X-Men. It was the big deal,
Yep. Well, that was the big title, X-Men, right? I mean,
right.
That was Wolverine, and Wolverine was a minor character, and then he became just as popular as Spider-Man, I would say, right? I mean, if not more popular at some points.
At least as popular as Spider-Man for a while there.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Don't burn your Thing comics after I said that, but yeah.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. So
it would have been funny if they had made they'd have brought. I would have been pissed, of course. But if they brought Marvel 2-in-1 back and had Wolverine teaming up with the different character,
pissed me off. Yeah,
I'd have been pissed. Could you imagine that though? A title where Wolverine had to team up with somebody every month, like Marvel 2-in-1. That would not work. But he was a great. Look, it was one of those things. He got saturated. I mean, you and I reviewed, and LT reviewed that great, Miller, Claremont, Rubenstein, Wolverine miniseries. But after that, and that's the time I was so happy he got that series. After that, it's like, maybe he doesn't need his own comic. And when he finally got his own comic, which was a few years after it, I guess, whatever. I didn't. At that point, it was so kind of checked out of Marvel for the mainstream stuff. I didn't buy it. I was like, I don't care if Wolverine has his own comic, but obviously, there are people who wanted that. People like that Wolverine, boy. But the thing is, on a Saturday morning cartoon, he's you can't do anything with him. He would just talk a good game, and he would never he couldn't slash people up. He was only able to use his claws on metal stuff. You notice that?
Yeah. Yeah, it would never. Well, it's the same thing. Any character that can take a lot of damage always gets the most damage accrued to them. Like the Thing would always get nailed, or Johnny would obviously always get fire thrown at him, or Mr. Fantastic would get shot. Because he could handle it. You never have a character. You'd never have Sue get. Of course, she's got a force field, but you only have those characters that can take that damage. I mean, think about Cyclops. He's just a guy in a suit, right? With the vision, his his eye blast. Not heat vision, but his eye blast. So, I mean, if he gets hit with something, he's going down, right? Or if you've got a super hero with like Colossus with can bench press tons, he would just crush, or any punch would just obliterate any other non super powered hero. So of course, we were reading about all these characters. We suspend disbelief, but then the writers and artists, know what the characters can take too. So those characters always. That's why Wolverine always gets beaten to hell, right? Because he can come back from it with his healing factor. They don't do that to other characters. If the character is going to be in traction for the next year, the tune back. He'll come back later while he's on the IR.
Sure. Yeah, Wolverine. I don't know. He got oversaturated, but then they put it, and then he becomes Hugh Jackman, just made him bigger.
Yeah, no, he was great actor. Popular. Yeah.
Even I don't even like those movies, but I like him as Wolverine, even though he's not supposed to look like that. At Ultimate Spider-Man, I never liked that Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon, Ironhide, but he says in that show, Wolverine and Spidey switched bodies. Oh Lord.
Well, I guess, Wolverine's gonna be back with Hugh Jackman and Deadpool movie
2 years from now.
That'd be fun.
3 years from now, 2 years from now. But yeah, Oliver Belamonte says October the Black Adam movie comes in November. Will be Black Panther 2 Electric Boogaloo. DC is depending on The Rock, while Black Panther 2 will make a valiant effort without a Chadwick Boseman. Well, I don't want to see either one of them, but I'm going to have to go. I have a good buddy of mine. If you're listening out there, dude, hope you're feeling better. I promised him I would go. We go all the Marvel movies. So
you're going to go see Black
Panther?
I don't
want to. I think I may have to force myself to. Don't hit me, everybody. I'm sorry. But okay, if I do,
we'll throw popcorn at you.
If I do force myself to go sit through Black Panther, which is I'll review it. Here's the thing about that movie. Black Adam I have no interest in. I hope he doesn't want me to go see that, but that's not Black Adam to me. Screw The Rock and screw that movie. But I do not like the first Black Panther movie at all. I was nicer to it when it first came out than I should have been because it just felt weird. I love the character of Black Panther. I thought Chadwick Boseman is terrific in Civil War. Great. He's a great actor. He was a great actor. Bless him. God rest his soul. But I don't really, I love the character of Black Panther. So why are they're going to kill him? Look, get ready. I hate the fact that they ever replaced him with his sister. Stupid. They pretty much replaced him with his sister in the first damn movie because he doesn't do anything. She's smarter than him and all this kind of garbage. And I know that's from comics. I don't give a shit if it's from comics. So unfortunately, the man passes away. And they're going to kill his character,
and have Namor
in it, and have his daughter, his sister in it as Black Panther.
I mean, they did that in the comics. Have Shuri take over, but they didn't. I think everyone thought he was dead. Of course, he made a miraculous comic book recovery, which is okay as a character arc.
Kill him. It looks like
I think they're going to. Unfortunately, they're going to have and allegedly have. Look like Namor and Atlantis is responsible. And I'm looking at the Entertainment Weekly cover with Namor on it, and I still can't. I'm so pissed what they did with the character. Not anything directed against the actor or, he's just doing a job, but I just can't believe they went with the Aztec route for Atlantis. I mean, just
it looks terrible.
Ridiculous. I mean, just
2 hours, over 2.5 hours long.
Yeah.
240 something they say. Obviously 15 minutes of credits, but still I just don't care. But I'll go sit through it and review it. Look, I sat through Eternal, so I'm dumb enough to sit through anything.
Plus there was no need to. Yeah, we did survive that barely. Well, you were waiting for Harry Styles at the end, so
was I?
Yeah.
That's projection.
But my daughter got so excited. Harry Styles. She's like,
what?
Oh, I'm like, who is that? I'm like, who's that? I'm like, who is that? Harry Styles.
Oh, now that clears it up.
At the end of Eternals.
Yeah, I knew he was in there, but I mean, I'm supposed to know who that little child star is, whatever.
Yes, that's why
I can't stand him.
I was laughing. Come on, Dad, you should know who that is. Yeah. But yeah, they didn't need to do that. I mean, Atlantis is just such a cool idea. They got all that cool tech and It looks awesome, and they didn't need to go the Aztec route. I mean, not necessary. I mean, they could have kept all that sci-fi, you know, version of Atlantis. It's just so cool. I guess one rumor was I was too close to Aquaman, so they were worried about being called a copy of Aquaman.
He's not a copy.
Namor's your oldest hero. Marvel's first mutant.
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, it's true that Joe Public would think it's a ripoff, baby, but who cares?
Yeah.
You're not going to make that kind of money anyway. Well, that made $1 billion just because women wanted to go look at Jason Momoa.
Yep.
So, and that's not going to happen here. No, women aren't going to flock in droves to see a pudgy Namor with an Asgard nose shit through his, or like rings and shit through his nose. Nobody wants to see that crap with his dumb.
Well, you did get to see him fly today in the new trailer with the wings. The wings are too big, but that did look. I mean, the idea of Namor is just such a cool. Yeah, there's a new trailer out.
Oh God, I didn't see it.
Yeah, Namor is just such a cool character in the comics, and if you had the FF in there with, the tension with Sue, if we had these characters established now, it would be a great. And of course, when Namor first,
trying to capture South American money. Good luck with that.
I guess.
Is there that much to capture? But go ahead.
And Andy had a great. He posted one of his custom figures of Namor. Someone's like, "Who's that?" And it's like Namor.
Good night, JD Lewis. Take it easy, brother.
Here, JD.
So,
but the great that when Namor is a bum on the streets and they find him, the FF find him. That was
FF number 4.
Classic. If they had done that storyline, think of how awesome that would have been. With the FF, with an established
right.
FF, that would have been been wonderful.
It's just going to be awful. I mean, there's going to be forget how if I can forget, because again, I'll review it. I guess if I can't forget how awful Namor is going to be handled, which is going to be tough. Maybe that anger will keep me awake because it looks boring. I mean, 2 hours 40 something minutes of Shuri running around as Black Panther whatever. Why do I care about that? Why do I care about that? I mean, why do I care about this movie at all? Why is this a superhero film? It's not really, but the first Black Panther wasn't either.
Wait, do you want me to show the photo, or here's the?
Don't tell MCU Black Panther stands that the Dora Milaje were in the comics. What the Dora Milaje were in the comics? Yeah. Good point.
Yep. That was the later.
What's this?
That was the.
Well, oh my God! What are you looking at? I can't show any.
Well, that's Namor.
No.
Let it rain. Yeah.
I
can't show that. I can't show that. I can't show that.
Robert Meyer Burnett thinks this looks good.
He just posted. What did he say? He just posted the picture. He's waiting for the comments, I guess. Yeah.
RMB. I got to get this off the screen. It makes me want to throw up.
It's okay.
Horrible. His ears looks really stupid too.
Yeah, they should point up a little bit more.
Oh God, man.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people. There's a lot of give and take on that Twitter thread there. Yeah. Mostly not positive.
Really?
I mean, it's not the character. I mean, it's just not. I mean, that's not Namor. I mean, they didn't have to do that.
It looks dull too. I mean, even if I didn't care about way he looks, sure it will work for home, just like in BP.
They should have left.
You'll be caring because the MCU debut of Riri Williams. Yeah, she's going to be in that, isn't she?
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, I hope I'm sure D. Bud Martin has all the Riri Williams comics.
D. Bud Martin is the expert on Riri Williams, I bet you.
No, don't come to get me, D. Bud Martin, but yeah.
I have the recipe for a real Namor figure. Nice.
Yeah.
All I have is the Marvel Legends one. Yeah, my friend Carlos, he did a great cosplay of Namor.
Yep.
And he lives in Mexico. So yeah. So yeah, okay, sure, guys. Yeah, let's make Namor look as not Namor as possible.
Deba Martin sent me shin kicks. Yeah. I think I might have her first comic. I think I might have her first appearance.
You had the first appearance of Riri. All right, look who's talking. He's teasing you, D-Bud, but he actually owns a comic with Riri Williams in it.
I might have it. Yeah.
Why?
What's
wrong with you?
Because someone threw it on my pull list. I think I might own one or two. Let me check.
No one has control of your pull list, but you.
Yeah. What was her first appearance? Yeah, but what a derivative, boring character. I mean,
was it in the regular Iron Man, Tyler? Wasn't they like give her own issue number 1 or something?
Well, I mean, she did have the Ironheart comic, but
well, okay.
Let's see. When did she first appear? Invincible Iron Man Volume 2, number 1. Invincible Iron Man Volume 2, number 7. Yeah, so I would own it because if I had all the Iron Man comics.
Oh, you were buying
26. Yeah,
comic. Yeah.
So if you're getting the comic, you're getting the character. I mean, in some ways, yeah, it's kind of like the old, Robin / sidekick where you'd want to have a character.
The only comic. Sorry, good.
No, but then she creates all the tech and she does everything. It's one thing to have, when you had Timothy Drake come in as Robin, he figured out that Batman was Bruce Wayne and he used his detective skills and he trained and he, idolized Batman and he came in, to the Batverse that way versus, I don't know. It's just too derivative a character to, and of course now they killed off their best character, in the Marvel universe, and then we don't know where Captain America is, so she's not going to be as popular as original Iron Man. So,
well, what can you do? Jesus Christ, that's going to be a bunch of garbaggio.
Yeah.
Well, folks. So what have we learned tonight, ladies and gerbils? We've learned that DC Comics is afraid to have God speak in their comic. For those who are just joining us, the review tonight, J-Man and I reviewed this comic book. And DC Comics, I read it from an older scan from an issue at the bottom where you see the God talking to Superman and the Spectre. DC Comics app and Comicology, he read it on Comicology. The DC Comics erased those words from a comic book from 1981 only because they didn't want God to be speaking in a comic. So you've learned DC Comics is godless, but are you shocked? I mean, and Marvel. Well, hey, Dad, man, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Dad, man.
He said, "Hail." Got caught up in watching a real Star Wars movie. Wow, cool.
Which one, Dad, man? 1, 2, or 3?
Should get. Seems like I'm late. You're not late at all. We are about to get out of here, but it was good to see you, dude. This is what I mean. Trevor effing Slattery. Are they going to put him in another? He's probably going to be in Black Panther. Trevor Slattery is probably going to be in Black Panther. But I want to thank, of course, again, the great J-Man for hanging out with me on my earlier show. Reviewing that comic was a lot of fun. And thank the great Mark D with a C for being here with me tonight. What's going on, dude?
A lot of fun. Yep. Well, try to get out some videos before Comic-Con. I had the old slideshow. I got to repost those again. And I got my Captain America figure I got to review. And I'm going to be doing a lot of Comic-Con stuff for the next week because I'm going on Sunday.
Pictures.
So if anyone in the chat is going to be at Comic-Con on Sunday, it'd be fun to meet up. But I'll be there geeking out with all my peoples on Sunday. So looking forward to that, and hopefully coming back with a stash of action figures. I got to go look up all the exclusives and see. I got to see what Star Trek ornaments are out this year. They've got some great, Pop Minded, which is Hallmark's. When Hallmark's division has like specialty ornaments that are con exclusive, which I hate in a way, but if I can get my hands on some of them. So I've got the Mirror Universe Enterprise, which is one of my favorite ornaments, which plays that fantastic quote. You must
Which
return
one's-
to your universe. So I'm playing it now. I hit the button on the Enterprise, but
I must have
I
my
leave
captain back. That cat does it have that classic?
They're gonna come out with an Alan Moraine ornament. I'm gonna go ask the guy. Yeah, maybe we should 3D print one. Yeah. So, yeah, looking forward to the clubhouse, and then Saturday Night Star Trek. You're gonna have your end of season review.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, sir.
And how many times you can play? What's the over under on playing Alan Moraine?
I don't know.
During that, we should take a poll. Like, what's the over under on playing that clip?
You're not gonna trick me into.
A6. Yep. Thanks for stopping by. Yep.
Is 6 here?
She says she can't listen. Just clicked on here to drop a like and saw your poll.
A6. Thank you for reminding me of the poll, which we would have forgotten if you hadn't said that, or I would have. Let me refresh here, and we'll handle the poll, and then we'll get out of here. I know I said handle the poll. There's going to be a 3-year-old in the audience and make a joke about it, because you can't against YouTube. You get it? It's you can't say that word in any context without somebody making a puerile joke. So just letting you know right now, folks. Anyone who made a joke, I'm going to write that joke down just in case it's funny one day. Because you never know.
You never know.
Just never know that it might boom all of a sudden. It's funny. Okay, we've got all right, let's see here. I hope this works. Every time I hit, sometimes I hit end the poll and it just takes for. Oh, here we go. All right, end poll, folks. The question was, what time works best for you to attend a member stream? The winner is early evening with a 44%. Mid-afternoon day, of course, is 34, and then 21% for the bottom there. So early evening it is, probably next Tuesday, a week from maybe not next Tuesday, maybe next Wednesday. I'll probably do it next Wednesday before my Wednesday night thing. It'll probably be a week from this Wednesday, because I'm having Nick on. Nick is a guest that Wednesday night, but I'll do a stream before that. Probably a week from this Wednesday. Anyway, I'll work it out and send an announcement. But thank you all so much for being here with me tonight. Appreciate you. And yes, this Wednesday night, I'll be doing some open wild card stuff. And there's the clubhouse Thursday night, and then Saturday night Star Trek. So thank you all, everyone, for being here with us tonight. Thanks to the great J-Man for hanging out with me earlier. And I really appreciate what he does and everything he does for me. And I want to thank you all for being here with us tonight. Of course, the lovely Six was here. Thank you, Six. The great LT, Lord Thoth, was here for a while there. Hail to you and your wonderful Mrs. LT. Avon lives. Long live the Legion, my friend. The great wrenchers of Chris, Persia, the Vindicator, and the Bronze Wrencher, and Eric Kate. Thank you so much, buddies. Appreciate you. Apollome's Minion popped in. Apollome's Minion, and the Pupper. Thank you so much. The great J-Man. Good to see you, buddy. The great D. Bud Martin. Appreciate you, sir. Let's see here. Who else was here? Classic Comics. Thank you for being here tonight. Appreciate you. Brian Hepburn. Thank you. Maddie's daddy. Steve Mitchum. Thank you, brother. Menomousness. Claude Perishable was here. Thank you. And thank you for the books today. I'm nice to him sometimes. He brought me some books today.
There you go.
He left them and ran, though. I didn't even say. Guagnar. Thank you for being here, buddy. Appreciate you. Gap After Dark. Come on, don't jump on me. That's all right when this thing jumps. Das Wolfen popped in earlier. Ironhide 84, thank you for being here with us tonight. Appreciate you. Oliver Belamonte, thank you for being here with us tonight. The great, hungry for more Starlin like this. 1970s Gamora, hungry boy, buddy, the great artist, official artist of Clobberin Time. Your Muslim uncle, thank you so much for being here tonight. Hang on, everybody, hang on. The great Andy Masterson, the maker of all things. Andy Masterson, thank you for being here tonight, buddy. Appreciate you. J.D. Lewis had to run, I believe, but thank you, J.D. Lewis, for hanging with us, bro. Always a pleasure. I don't know if Phantom Outsider was here, but he was here for the earlier show, so shout out just in case, Phantom Outsider. Of course. Anyone, by the way, anyone lurking or watching on a later download, I forget that sometimes, but thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Elder Slorge Haster, thank you for being here tonight with us. Dalek 451, thank you for hanging out with us. Good to see you. Captain Affinity popped in on the earlier stream, so thanks him as well. Let's see. Almost there, folks. Keely Chow, roll that tide, Keely. I think I almost got it. I like to say that I have everybody, so it turns out to be wrong. I usually think I have everybody. Zacharot, see it.
There you go.
The way it goes. Good to see you, Zacharot. Dad Man and the Dad Man clan, shout out to you, my friends. Good to see you. And again, the lovely aforementioned 6. Now I know I got everybody. I'm pretty sure I got them all. What do you think? Am I wrong? No, I got them all.
You got them. Hopefully you did. Yep. Yeah.
Thank you all so much for hanging out with us here this evening. Appreciate it as always. Monday night Mark C Comics Talk. Appreciate you. And of course, we appreciate the great our dear departed Mark C, to whom we always dedicate our talking of comics and our love of comics. He loved comics. We don't talk about him enough sometimes, but at least the show's named after him, so I should mention him once in a while. He loved comics, and sometimes whenever I talk about these topics, I'll go, I wonder what Mark would say about that. And sometimes I kind of think I know what he would say, but you never know for sure. But I have an idea, but you never know. But we miss him. I miss him here, and he will always be the have his name on the show. I have no way of knowing whether he would like that or not. He might haunt me one day and say, "Take my name off that show, you dumbass." And if he did, I would, it'd be great to hear from him. You know what I mean? So I would do it for him. But then everyone would say, "I don't believe you. You just took it off because you're a jerkweed," and that would be his ultimate plan because he was a sneaky one. Nah, we loved him, and so. All right, thank you all so much. Everyone, have a fantastic week. Hopefully, I'll be hanging out on the Midnight's Edge tomorrow night with the great Tom and those fellas over there. Wednesday night, I'll also. Oh, by the way, I forgot. Yeah, Wednesday night I'll be doing the. Wednesday nights I may not be able to do a private stream. I forgot I got the comic roundtable. I have to figure another night.
It's too busy.
It's ridiculous, man.
Oh, we have a bot bet. We haven't had one in a long time.
I haven't seen a bot in forever. Hey, bot.
Yeah, we're lonely.
Well, bots are people too,
Oh, and Toxic Tuesday, of course. Tomorrow night will be Dirty Harry.
Oh yeah, Nick's Toxic Tuesday on Nick's channel. Everyone, tomorrow night. Dirty Harry is the movie. Yay!
Yeah,
great film.
Please do not put ketchup on your hot dogs if you're watching the show with us.
I mean, no one puts ketchup on a hot dog. Isn't that from Sudden Impact though?
It is Sudden Impact, but yeah, it's still Dirty Harry though. Yeah.
Right. Well, there you go. Anyone, thank you, everyone. Have a great rest of your night.
It's Clobberin time.
If you perceive Clobberin, you come
I just love clobbering time.